What's more important to a movie studio executive than creating a movie franchise, keeping a successful franchise going? That's been the reality of Hollywood for decades, and we've seen the results with the utter lack of creativity with respect to new titles. So, when Matt Damon didn't want to continue the Bourne franchise after three monster hits, the producers had to improvise. Enter Jeremy Renner and a new character, Aaron Cross. Renner was an ascending star at the time that the Bourne Legacy was released in 2012, so casting him in the lead role made perfect sense. But while the film did fairly well at the box office, it suffered a significant drop off from the previous installment. The movie isn't bad, and it delivers the frenetic action sequences we've come to expect from the Bourne films. The story in this installment takes place concurrently with the events of the Bourne Ultimatum and follows Cross, a member of Operation Outcome, an outshoot of the CIA's Black Ops program Treadstone, which created Jason Bourne. The writers add a new wrinkle to the story, as outcome agents are genetically enhanced through a series of pills known as chems that improve their physical and mental abilities. The film opens with Aaron Cross on a training exercise in Alaska when he discovers that the outcome program is being terminated due to the exposure of Treadstone and Blackbriar, another similar program by Jason Bourne. He escapes, of course, after a pretty solid action scene, and then we have the standard Bourne formula of the rogue agent being hunted down by the CIA and the government, with Ed Norton's character leading the charge. Cross is accompanied by Dr. Marta Shearing, played by the beautiful Rachel Weisz, a biochemist who worked on the outcome program and is also targeted for elimination. Again, the government goes haywire in this one. Renner, Weisz, and the rest of the cast all deliver fine performances, and the film is a solid popcorn movie. Tony Gilroy replaces Paul Greengrass as director and uses less of the shaky cam effects that Greengrass is known for, but is still true to the overall style of the franchise. Scott Glenn returns as CIA Director Ezra Kramer, with Stacy Keach leading a solid supporting cast. But in trying to stretch the franchise, the writers had to stretch the story to even more ridiculous lengths. They somehow make the government and the CIA even more cartoonishly evil, and there's nothing interesting about Ed Norton's character or any of his government colleagues. They just want to kill off agents and anyone who knows about the Treadstone or outcome programs. The film also seems to screw up the clever ending of the Bourne Ultimatum. Not having Joan Allen's Pamela Landy character in this installment looks like a huge missed opportunity. Both critics and audiences weren't enamored with this film. They didn't hate it, but it certainly failed to live up to the high standards of the successful Bourne franchise. Ultimately, the Bourne Legacy failed to restart the franchise, and Renner's Aaron Cross character wasn't brought back for another film. I don't think you can blame Jeremy Renner for that. He did a solid job with the Aaron Cross character. Also, the idea of bringing other agents into the story wasn't a bad idea, but ultimately, the story just wasn't good enough. The movie isn't a bad rewatch if you're looking for an action movie fix, but it's not one that you need to seek out.